guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Christina. I do everything with home design and home decor hauls on a budget. So I haven't been on YouTube in a few days because I caught COVID. I know, it's crazy. I got COVID. I don't know how I got COVID, but I'm feeling a lot better. My worst symptom was body aches and a cough, but it's starting to go away. So I haven't been able to go out shopping to do any hauls or anything like that. So I thought today would be a perfect day to hop on here and just share with you guys my dining room refresh that I've kind of changed over the last month, and I can explain everything I've done on a budget and just kind of walk you guys through it. So if you love videos like this, subscribe and let's get into this video. Before we get into this dining room refresh, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how you can make over a space in your home on such a tight budget. So if you have a space in your home or something that's bothering you that looks outdated or just isn't with your vibe anymore, just transforming it with a simple can of paint, you guys, can make such a huge difference. So for example, I'm gonna show a picture of my dining room before up here. I had a black dining room table. It was dark. I thought at the time that was gonna really bring a modern vibe into my home. And at the time it did, and it looked good with the furniture that I had, but I really wanted to brighten up this whole vibe. So instead of getting a whole new dining room table, which can cost $300, $400 and up dollars, I decided just to go down to Lowe's and get some paint. Now, if you go to Lowe's, they have a lot of good paints, a lot of good shades you can choose from. And I just decided to paint my table. So if you want to do this, just get a really good paintbrush so you don't see any of the brush strokes, and make sure you get enough paint so you're able to do 2 or 3 coats. And it's going to be so beautiful. I mean, any kind of table you can transform. Now, this table is a farmhouse table, and I've had it for, I think, like 8 years now. So if you have a table like that and you're like, dang, I need a new set, you really don't. Just paint it. You can update it by bringing in some modern chairs. So that's a really good tip of mine, is just bringing in those modern chairs, mixing it in with the old and the new is gonna bring a really beautiful, eclectic designer look. So that's a tip of mine. And just bringing in other things into your dining room that don't cost a lot, maybe a new runner, maybe a new plant, maybe a new tray for the table, or some new accessories around your dining room, some plants, a basket, some new art. I mean, I added new art in my dining room for only $40, and it totally transformed the whole space. So there's so many things you guys can do on a budget, and there's so many stores that you can shop at that for affordable things that look high-end. For example, the art back here I bought from Ross for $39, but it looks so high-end you wouldn't know it was from Ross. So there's a lot of ways that you can do your home on a budget. So let's go into my dining room so I can show you guys around and walk you through everything I did and where I bought everything. All right, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some changes that I made in here. This pendant lamp is from Amazon. It's so beautiful. If you want to look at it a little closer, it looks like it was like handmade in India or something, and it was only $84. So I will leave a link to this down below for you guys, and it looks smaller on the website. So if you really just make sure you look at those measurements, it's actually a really nice size pendant for over any dining room table. So I think that was like one of the jumping off points for me in this makeover. And then I repainted my dining room table. So I did 2 coats of a color called Ultra White from Lowe's on this table, and it turned out really nice. And then if you don't want a shiny finish to your dining room table, you can go to Lowe's and they have a product called Ultra Matte Sealant that you can use, and I used 2 coats of that. Let it dry in between coats. It's not toxic, it doesn't smell, but it leaves this really nice matte finish on your dining room table. So moving into this area here, you're always going to want to add a plant. I think it adds a lot of life to your dining room. So I got this plant at Ross and the basket as well. And I think it adds a lot of life in that corner. Our pendant lamp here I got from Amazon. Like I said, I'm going to leave that link down below for you guys. It's a great lamp. It's such a great size and changed the entire vibe of this space. The art here on the wall is from Ross. I love it. I love how it's just so simple, but it adds that kind of boho feel to the space with the neutral color palette in it. I just think it is great. This piece of art really started off the whole vibe for the dining room for me. And then after that, I went and ordered the pendant lamp and then decided to paint the table white. So with the table being white and the wood on the chairs, it just gives it a really earthy, boho, Scandinavian vibe that I really wanted to bring into this entire space. Now, the rug on the floor is from Amazon as well. I'm going to leave a link for that rug also down below for you guys. It is so pretty, and I wanted something with deeper tones in the space to really ground the space and to also bring contrast up against all of the white. So I really think this is a good rug. It's excellent quality. It lays flat and it has the most beautiful blues and greens in it and just a little bit of taupe. So I just think it's really great and pulls the whole dining room together. So highly recommend it, and I believe it was only $50 on Amazon. Now the runner on top I just bought as well for this makeover. I bought it from Walmart, and it's the Better Homes and Garden line, and it was only $13, and it is beautiful. I love it. It's so neutral. And this little charger here is from Target. And this plant I DIY'd. I actually did a soil and paint trick on this vase, just mixed some colors together and some soil to give it that texture, and I bought this plant from Lowe's. So the overall vibe is just so cute. Okay, so this rack was like a dark wood, and I just used some of my leftover ultra white paint and just gave it a little touch up and added some Magnolia magazines in there, and I just love the way that looks now as well. So the overall vibe now is just really light and airy, and I couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. All right, you guys, well, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this dining room refresh, maybe got some tips or ideas of some things you can do around your home on a budget. So if you're not subscribed already, please do. And I'm gonna take next week off for Christmas, but I will be back with a ton of Dollar Tree hauls and home projects after that. So I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.